you're looking to be a sales rock star, welcome to this video. The first thing that a sales rock star needs to do is this. They need to constantly be learning. They constantly have to get better. And so at the end of the day, to be a sales rock star, one of the top priorities for a sales rock star is this, is to always be ready for any type of resistance that they might have on any single phone call. And they have to have the resistance mastered, but also the stall that's coming, they have to be prepared for the stall after the stall. So when somebody says, this stall, can you please send me something in the mail? If you're on the phone and you've talked to somebody, you had to have heard this stall. Can you please send me something in the mail? See, before understanding how to respond to this stall or objection, you must understand the mindset and why the prospect is asking you to send them something in the mail. They're asking you to send them something in the mail because they do not understand something. That's something you don't know yet. If it's at the beginning of the phone call, they do not understand who they're talking to over the phone. They don't know if they're talking to a lounge act, an opening act, or a sales rock star. But guess what? Unfortunately, most of the time, they're talking to a lounge act. Because a lounge act will, oh, absolutely, I can send you something. You know, what's your email address? What's your address so I can send you something? Sorry. That person just realized that they were not important to that other person. Think about that for a second. They just realized that the person that they're talking to over the phone is not really interested in them. See, they view, at the end of the day, the prospect, they view the individual at the beginning as a pesky telemarketer that's just trying to sell them something. See, they don't understand that they've just stepped into the world of a sales rock star in their presence. If the prospect asks for something in the mail at the end of the phone call, it's because, guess what? They don't understand something that you went over during your presentation. Never get annoyed by someone asking you to send them something in the mail. Whenever someone asks for something in the mail, what are they doing? They're asking for something. What is it? You ready? They're asking for more information. That's why they're asking you to send them something in the mail. Or they're just trying to get you off the phone. It's up to you to give them more information, whether that more information is information that they need or information that they need to keep talking to you. You want them to talk to you and not talk to what? Some book or some brochure. Sell the individual on what? You. See, if they like you, they might do business with you. But guess what? If they end up loving you, they're definitely going to do business with you. Don't view this stall as someone pushing you away, but instead, flip it. See it as someone pulling you towards them. So when somebody says to you, can you send me something in the mail? We always want to do what? We do always want to agree. We always want to agree so the other person doesn't feel like they're about to receive the adversarial sales approach and be railroaded. You want them to let their guard down so that you can appeal to their emotions. You want them to see you better than any boring book or brochure that they can get in the mail. That's what you want them to see you as. You want them to see you as so much better than some boring book or some brochure that they get in their mailbox. So here's what you do. Here's what you do. Can you send me something in the mail? You ready? This is going to be big. Listen closely. Can you send me something in the mail? I have no problem doing that, Tim. Remember, you always want to agree, and you always want to use their first name. I have no problem doing that, Tim. But what you don't need is just more information. You need what's best for you. Let me ask you a question. Boom! They've never heard that before. They don't even know how to react to that. Let me kind of repeat that back so you can hear it again. I have no problem doing that, Tim. But what you don't need is just more information. What you need is what's best for you. Let me ask you a question. Don't stop, don't pause, go right into your fact find. Go right into your discovery process. See, what you've done right now is you've acknowledged their request, but you've also let them know that you're what they need. They don't need a brochure. They don't need a book, a pamphlet. They need you. See, this approach is different than what they're used to hearing when asking for something in the mail. See, typically the salesperson either complies with the request or gets very argumentative with the other person, and the call ends. If you approach it this way on selling you, and not some brochure, not some book, not some product, not some service, this will typically work. And it will get the potential prospect at least curious to listen to what you're going to have to say next to them. If this is at the beginning of the phone call, go right into your discovery process. If it's at the end, here's what you do. Go back over your discovery so that they understand that they're making the right decision for them and with you. Now, what about if the prospect ends up saying, I just want you to mail me something. Can't you just mail me something, Greg? After you've done that, after you've been vulnerable, after you put yourself out there, when somebody says, I just want you to send me something in the mail, Greg. So what do? Okay, well, I tried one time. Okay, I guess that's enough. I'll just do enough. Sales rock stars don't do just enough. They do more. They do more. So when someone says, I just want you to mail me something, you have to go ahead and get emotional. I hear you, Tim. Let me ask you this, because from my experience, Medicare is not a one-size-fits-all. What's your biggest concern about Medicare? Whoa. What are you trying to do? You're trying to dig deeper to what the real problem may be. You want to ask open-ended questions that get them talking to you to better understand what's going on in their mind. That's all you're trying to do, is you're trying to get in their mind by asking them open-ended questions. So I say, I hear you, Tim. Let me ask you, because from my experience, Medicare is not a one-size-fits-all. What is your biggest concern going on to Medicare or about Medicare? See, what you're doing is you're just trying to get into their mind. You'll be surprised what someone will tell you when they feel like you're approaching the conversation as a relationship and not as an adversary. Remember, people respond emotionally. Never, ever forget that. A prospect asking you for something in the mail is an easy way for them to try and brush the salesperson away. What is key for you to understand right here about the send me something in the mail is that the prospect doesn't want to be rude to you and tell you no. They don't want to say no. That's why they're trying to let you down easily. Hey, can you send me something in the mail? If you approach your response understanding this, it will help you better appeal to them emotionally and not to them logically. See, most individuals don't want to read a book or brochure. Newsflash, most individuals don't want to read a book or brochure. That's really boring. That holds even more true when dealing with something as confusing as Medicare. See, I've had those that practice international law who found Medicare to be more confusing. See, the prospect doesn't need any more information. You know what they need? They need you. They need you to step up and show them why they're talking to a sales rock star. It's time to step it up. It's time to be a sales rock star. Go out there and be a sales rock star.